Итак, это уже 13-я часть игры Noire. Поехали. АМ застрял. А вон наша тачка. Так, поехали в отделение.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
Блин, что-то в этом деле, вот в этом орхидейном деле все складно слишком.
Going this way.
Put him down with my staff. Martha or Dwayne? I don't know who these were.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Ты заткнись ты.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Это он. Тот же жакет, что и в заставке был. Тот же жакет. Ребят. Ложь, он врет.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Кусок окровавленного.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Гадина, вот он играет же со мной. Он лжет, гад. Давай со мной.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Хорошо поработали, да. Я узнал его по тому же костюмчику, по тому же жакету, что в заставке. Хотя у него был цвет черно-белый, но я понял, что это... Понял, что это он, короче. А не муж. Мужу можно отпускать.
away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Она пьяная.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white.
Right, Skipper.
Я что-то хочу спросить у Фелпса. Фелпс, ты нафига захаживаешь в клуб? Зачем? Чтобы музыку послушать или расслабиться?
And Deirdre Muller's ring.
У тебя же жена и дети, одумайся.
Terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, fellas? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for? Jesus H. Christ!
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Сначала поедем в ломбард.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Сколько дел мы уже раскрыли. Ух ты. В отделе убийств-то.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Мне нравится вот подход моего напарника, чуваки. Ну, реально, он крутой. Фелпс, ты опять за свою...
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Пока займемся вот этой ювелиркой, может убийством займемся в следующей серии. Если получится, даже займемся убийством, но
Can you
это
drive
будет
to this
очень
one?
долго.
Fine.
А, можно
Ой,
уже, да? Ну тогда поехали. Опять голая жертва. Надеюсь, хотя бы на этот раз она одета. Ну, пожалуйста. В тот раз жертва была
We have a
одета.
problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letters. The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
Да.
How do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Он играется с нами, вот этот маньяк Орхидея. Мне вот интересно, кто Орхидея, хочу его узнать. В лицо плюнуть гаду и сказать: ах ты тварь, дайте-ка нож.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same
Это
team.
это мой напарник, если что, я не за рулем.
The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Она одета.
I look
Ура.
after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure
Осуждаю.
the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Осуждаю, ребят, осуждаю. Но это Америка 40-х, что поделаешь.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Она
The autopsy will
пьяна.
tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Да, мы в заставке видели, что она шла, так сказать, нечеловеческим шагом.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Так, посмотрим на эту руку. Ничего нету. Так, хорошо. Так, все. Давайте теперь.
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in place.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Понятно. Ее кто-то ударил. Монтировкой. Стэнстрит, Бриджит. Милая Эльзин, я надеюсь, ты будешь читать это письмо. Просит прощения. Тогда слишком много выпила, а оба мы знаем, какой ты становишься. Я пишу тебе для того, чтобы обвинить. Мое сердце чуть не разрывается, увидела, что стало с моей маленькой девочкой, что она делает с собой. Это мать, что ли? Эвелин, алкоголь разрушает твое тело, душу. Ты думаешь, типа, мне от этого круто, да, типа. Это мать, по-моему. Это мать, это мать. Так, ждем. Я хочу извиниться, но сейчас когда я видел, что с моей девочкой случилось, что она с собой делает. Эйлин, алкоголь разжижает тело. Да, видите, это ты думаешь, типа, это, ну понятно. Ты думаешь, это мать или влюбленный парень? Коннектикуте, ага. Понятно. Это, наверное, мать. Мама, наверное. Кто всегда беспокоится о своем ребенке? Мать, конечно, и отец. Кинокомпания, Кристиан, что-то там, Эвелин Саммерс, отдел юридический. До 41-го.
Go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Студию закрыли, окей, понятно. Да ты куда? Винный магазин Ливина Эльвин Саммерс. 2 больших чемодана, маленький чемодан, матрица, тушка, 3 фото в рамках, шишки для волос, кегли для боулинга, косметика и одежда. Список.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Так, теперь... это знак бара, ну, который маленький, я понял, это знак бара. Дурак, ты чё, офигел? Давай. Да нет, давай ту вот это вот. Да.
Maybe someone had mentioned.
Сколько баров тут, ё-моё. Сколько тут, как говорится, баров-то.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shunting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Вот телефон.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
Поехали, старый. Помой эту тачку кто-нибудь.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going? Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Очень комично сейчас это слушать. Они говорят про коммунистов, типа про нас, да. Ну, про Советский Союз, в общем.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. If you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
А, он давал и кровь. Короче, это друг. Эвелин
I'm
Саммерс.
guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Да. Клуб. Боулинг-клуб. Ты тупой иногда. Оу. Да надо же название. Ребят, иногда управление тупит само собой. Бляха-муха, надо пересесть нормально. Больно ухо, а то я не могу пересесть. Можно? Можно! Нет, не приближается вообще. Используйте селфи, чтобы взаимодействовать. Все. Роллинга. Наконец-то.
Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Graham. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Уф. Наконец-то. Иногда управление тупит. Иногда я сам не могу привыкнуть. А чё это на столе-то у тебя лежит, Эвелина? Извини, не ступай. Ляха-муха кол. Ляха-муха кол, ты чё?
She wasn't always such a loner.
Да. Книжка какая-то.
Evelyn
Аристотель.
was reading Aristotle.
Офигеть.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Да уж. Ганновер
And she
Макафи.
was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Гуровнер Макафи. Так. Так это не надо, значит. А еще картинка какая-то. Во. Это ее мать, по-моему, да? Которая написала это письмо, в общем. Мой русский плачет сторонки. Или подруга какая-то. Кто знает, ребят, кто знает. Что это? В общем, фигня, да, типа? Контакт с
We were trying
жертвой.
to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Он не врет.
idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Не считаю, что он врет.
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Не считаю, что он врет, ребята, вообще. Возможно, я не прав, но...
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Так, уряд.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
Нормальный
Get
чел.
the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Просто была пьяницей немного. Господи, это жизнь такая. Жизнь как, не знаю, как игра. Кто-то на правильный путь, кто-то на плохой.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Так.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Конечно, немного врет, конечно.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Ой.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Господи, ты врешь, врешь.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Книга. Не знаю, в кольцо.
Run along back to the station, officer. Someone really should think about letting you people out less often.
Он знал ее.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Так, сомнение.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey. You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly
Так,
are we going?
боулинг.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Сейчас посмотрим, что в боулинге, ребят. Чё? Ты придурок? Я ж тебе говорил, в боулинг надо поехать, дурак. Какое нафиг центральное отделение? Боулинг, я сказал. Центральное отделение подождет.
You can drive.
В боулинг сначала. Наверное, там какая-то информация и свидетель появился. Просто этот момент случайно, наверное, пропустил. Да давай быстрее, господи, длинная заставка.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Знаете, почему они знакомы? Это место, куда много копов приезжает. Он не раз приходил.
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
Oh, I wish I could afford down the left side of the alley.
You gotta be kidding. I could save all year and never afford that.
That's one heck of a Sunday.
Tiernan!
Tiernan! LAPD!
Давай без гонок, давай без гонок.
There!
Это что за тачка? Это же не наш.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Going through the square.
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
Helps! You gotta get me closer!
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them?
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detectives. Leave that to the perp's imagination. Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's alright, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it.
Так, ребята, это точно последняя попытка, не получается, пропускаем. Есть такая возможность, вы знаете.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Хороший был человек, иди нафиг, эта игра, я могу тебя задавить, не плевать.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Joyride is over, kid. That is the end of that. About fucking time.
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them.
Он вышел.
The stories for them, detective.
Твой гаденыш.
Show me your hands.
Фух, с этой попытки получилось. Что ты бежал-то, дурак?
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said, "All fair." Guy gave his wife a tap. Say all's fair in love and war.
Что ты ждешь?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you made it if you got that death.
Может, не та дверь?
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
early bird gets the worm. Something now.
Где они нас ждут? Опять в подвале.
I put him down with my sap.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Parker or Green? I don't know who
Need a drink. I got the jitters again. I saved a whole year for that car!
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
You don't want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that pass. I don't need this. Are you liquored up? I used to be indecisive.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
I want to make comments. I know you make.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Hey, don't mind me.
Five-star goddamn wedding.
Подождите, поговорим по телефону сначала. Пусть пройдет сохранение, я, наверное... Никого нет. Пусть пройдет сохранение, я, наверное, закончу серию здесь где-то, потому что, ну... Где-то в кабинете должен быть телефон.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. He said all fair in love and war.
Who's he hiding from? The paper. Solve that big case. I survived the war for this?
Мне нужен телефон.
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory. I saved a whole year for that car! I don't need this.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Now I'm not so sure.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
Так, сейчас поедем туда, пройдет сохранение, я заканчиваю серию. На этом все, я думаю. Я уже запутался, а то 2-3 серии записываю подряд.
Hey, don't mind me. survived the war for...
Так, я нашел выход.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Так, ребята, услышимся с вами в следующей серии. Мне это все еще монтировать, там 3-4 серии стоят. Всем пока, всем спасибо за просмотр, бай-бай.